last night. She said, I should Charles. They continue to talk about me. I just said, okay, let me record them. The recording is actually really short because I was like, you know what, y'all keep calling me. Let me go see what the y'all want.
Want you to tell me that I heard me say Charles, right?
And she was like, I didn't say anything about you. I didn't say anything about your husband. And I don't know what the hell got into her ass, but she got the hell up out of there.
I'm not on camera.
That is really creepy that she recorded us. Who you gonna show it to? Who you gonna tell? She looking outside of it like the girl in the window.
Did you talk about Angela or Charles at the pool last night?
I didn't say anything, okay? I thought we were making a music video, just outside, having a good time, in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I heard Charles had a baby, and Shamia said that he always out with all these different women, allegedly.
All I can remember is Porsha saying, she better stop before I her husband.
Our car will be here in 15 minutes.
You better listen when Porsha says she want to your husband, because as history has shown us, she will your husband.
Hello. How y'all doing this evening? I thought I'd pop up here and let's talk about Porsha. Because Porsha, sister girl, hey Porsha, that 304 slip is showing. It's showing. And what I mean by that, we know what 304 means, but I'm not saying that she is one. But she's potentially one. And let's talk about how we come to get to this conclusion. Because, she want to play into the fact that she is still somebody's man or whatever. I think she should have came in on this season and owned everything. She should have came in. And when Kelly said, why you still that lady's husband? She should have said, and did. And look what it got me. And then we would have been like, okay, Porsha, whatever. She coming in, because she could have made this season her big one. But now she done let Angela Oakley come in. And Angela Oakley, to me, is the OG. And the rest of them is following. I can't help it. Angela is reading the girls down. And this latest episode, Porsha didn't seem like she really wanted to work once she got, the information about Drew and Dennis filming together, which was, to me, it's just it's a bit much. I don't think it's not worth all that she's giving, because she could have been at that table reading Drew down or whatever. She could have just been working, but she chose not to. So some of the things I wanted to talk about is like, Porsha came in. I've been watching season 5. So she done came in season 5. She was kind of the Stepford wife. She was naive. And, she was trying to be everything that her husband wanted her to be, because, he was her king. So, he was the king of the king of the castle. And she's trying to be that, be very submissive. But after they got their divorce, that girl left. And then we got Porsha of Thoughtlandia. I enjoyed Porsha. I'm not a Porsha hater at all. I pretty much like, I like all the ladies pretty much. I don't like Britt. I can tell you that now. I never was a Kenya fan, period. So I about dislike Kenya much as I dislike Britt until this season. And Britt made me feel sorry for Kenya. So Porsha, why did you say that? I don't understand. For a woman who don't have a man to say that she better be quiet or she better something, or I'll F her man. Because, you know, an ugly woman can F your man. You ain't got to be pretty. We see Halle Berry, Beyonce, all of them got cheated on. And Porsha has too. And most of us have. So, and usually the men cheat down. They don't cheat up. So I'm just thinking like, okay, Porsha, why is you using your kitty as a weapon of mass destruction? Explain it. Explain that line of thinking to me. What makes you think that, or would think that is even funny? But if you would have came in clocking them down saying, and did, yes, I took that lady's man and look what it got me, I think this joke that you did would have been, or was it a joke, or was it the Henny speaking, or whatever, would have kind of landed a little better. People wouldn't have really been tripping because we're like, because, you know, yeah, we kind of using that as, you know, her little thing. Or I think she could have, when Angela came down and asked her about it, and when they asked her in the confessionals, she said she didn't say anything. So she didn't say anything. So I'm thinking, you know, when Angela came in and approached her about it, she should have just stuck to it. Because you know it's going to come out. The cameras are around there somewhere, or one of your castmates is going to spill the beans in their confessional. And sure enough, Kelly did. So when Angela said something to you, I would have like, yeah, I said it. And I would have said, yeah, I said it, girl. You know, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. You know, that's what they say about me. I'm taking people's man. We just down here talking shit. And I would have left it like that, you know. But since she had said it, I thought it was just so uncool. I'm like, why you say this? But at least if you're going to say, because, you know, I like Dr. Heavenly. That's my girl. I'm married to medicine. She say shit. She stand up in it. And Porsha just did not. She didn't stand up in it. So let's get back and let's think about all the things that Porsha, her qualities and how her characteristics had landed her in this position. And so we'll go back to season 5. Like I said, she was that Stepford housewife, a little bit naive, you know, trying to stay married, do everything that her husband wanted her to do pretty much. You know, remember the Porsha that was scared to go into the dang strip club? Y'all remember that girl? Didn't want to go. She left the women. And then Candy had to do something. You know, this is all fresh to me because I just was watching it this weekend. Kind of had a little bedroom Candy thing that like the next day, so you know Porsha could be a part of it because you know she said, I know women that's in the church just buying bedroom candy. So when Porsha, she gets on the show, and as the seasons start passing, and she you know, she gets to be herself. And I'm just thinking, okay, because normally, evidently, she's always been who she is. She just changed for the person she was with. That's what I'm thinking. Or, yeah, it's got to be. And then because we find out she used to, at one time, she dated Candy's baby daddy. She dated Block. She's also, you know, she got down and dirty with the in the dungeon with Bolo. I ain't even mad at Porsha for it. I really ain't. She was a single woman, do single things, get it how you live, girl. But so, you know, because after that season, that's the season when she left Dennis. You know, he was trying to get back with her, but he had cheated on her. Okay, Hot Dog Man cheated on her. That chick right there that says that she's gonna mess around with somebody else, man, I guess to make them mad, or you know, as a joke, or you know, whatever, or was she really thinking about it? How much money is Mr. Oakley worth? Because Angela, you might be in danger. No, I'm just playing. Just because she said it, I don't believe, you know, because I'm married myself. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of women out here. I've been married 31 years, honey, and I ain't always looked like this. Honey, I thought I had it going on when I was younger too. But I'm pretty sure there's plenty. My husband's 55. There's plenty of young girls that probably would, whatever. They want an old man. Well, okay. But I'm just saying, for her to say this, and she said it as a joke amongst the other women. And, because Angela came down there and stood on business. And I think Angela is the MVP of this show. I really do. Shamia said she the glue. Porsha was supposed to be the one that was getting all the girls together. She's supposed to be the leader of the show. And she ain't leading nothing. Her storyline ain't storylining. She should have came in, even though she probably can't talk about her situation. But I would make some inferences about it. Maybe not say his name, but I would be saying, shoot, Karma's a bitch. Karma's a bald-headed bitch. Look what happened to me. Look what happened. I think Porsha just should have came in and owned what she did. And then this little, how people say, I misspoke. Wouldn't be much. We'd be like, okay, that's Porsha. Porsha talking shit. Whatever. But now we don't know if she talking shit. She talking shit, or is there a master plan out there? I don't know. Some people, I have a group on Facebook. Some people were in that group saying, "Oh, Porsha don't want Dennis Oakley, Lord. She don't want Charles Oakley." What's the difference in Charles Oakley and Simon? Other than Simon is shorter. And maybe Charles Oakley might even have more money. Because we ain't even talking about looks here, honey. We talking about living a lifestyle. And I'm pretty sure Charles Oakley got more swag than what his name is, Simon had. So what would be the difference? None I can see. What y'all think? Get down and tell me. What would be the difference? Because if that's her personality, she wouldn't give a damn who husband it is. I don't know. I'm not gonna say what she is like. Because we're just watching the show, and we're making our own conclusions of what we think might have happened with Fallen and Simon and Porsha. All we know is Porsha was supposed to be introducing Fallen onto the show as her friend. And they go over there. And Porsha got booty shaking and everything. She's jumping in the pool. They're having a good time, getting drinks. And Simon is out there. I remember my husband, he had his ass in the motherfucking house. What the fuck you out here for? That's what we have a girl time out here. We always with suits. You don't need to be out here. But he's out there. And I don't know how the situation went down. I've heard certain things saying that maybe she got in his DMs. I'm not sure. Allegedly, don't sue me. I don't know how it happened, but all I know is it was assumed by us viewers that they were friendly, because that wasn't the only episode shot over there. So all we know is whatever happened, they was getting married. Not much after that. They were already dating. Porsha had a spinoff. So some of the things we have noticed about Porsha over the seasons, because, people were saying that, because Porsha always been that kind of grimy, like, type of character, because like what she said about Candy. And that was a mess right there. But then for Phaedra was the one who put it out there like that to Porsha. So I don't know, but we already know that Porsha is pretty much a free person, and how she gets down. Candy ain't the only one that's swimming the lady pond, or however they call it. So Porsha has too. And was gonna swim in it with Candy, if Candy would have let her. But so all that to say is, I think Porsha, you should have came into the season because some of your fans are kind of upset with you. They don't think you're giving nothing. I done seen a bunch of stuff. People are tweeting and saying, you kind of fell flat. I know your social media antics with your husband was a little bit better than what you're giving this season. And I think you should. I know you didn't probably want to, put that stuff out on blast, but I think I would have, because you're already on a reality show. We're already seeing the stuff on social media. I think you should have came in there and been that girl. That's the way I would have handled it. Hey, like Funky Dinita say, you can't spray me with my own tea. And I would have came in there, honey, because I would have known I'm supposed to be that girl this season. So, honey, we're going to get all this out in the open so y'all can talk y'all stuff. This has all been done on the first episode, honey. And you could probably throw in the shade, throw the shade in your confessionals. But, girl, we already handled that. That girl went my friend. And you keep messing with me. You ain't my friend. I might take yours, too. That's the way I would have played it if I was Porsha. Because I would have been like, I'm that girl. But Porsha she didn't do it like that. So we're seeing how the season, she looks more like a friend of, and the person, I don't even know what these women's storylines are, just to be honest. Really being honest. Because they shouldn't even have Britt on the show. Let's call her Pistol Carrying Britt. She's not doing nothing at all. I don't see how she's adding anything to the show. Once we got past the whole Kenya thing, and really Kenya is the one who kind of burnt the house down. And the girl can't, as far as we can see, she can't read. Even she's trying to make a situation with Angela. And it's to me, it's falling flat. Like Porsha's song, Flatline. But Porsha, Miss Ma'am, that 304 slip is showing, because here we are looking at this, and before she said in her confessional, I can't believe she's video recording us. Who's she gonna tell? Well, she didn't let everybody else see. She didn't told it. Angela told him, she just stood on business. Girl, if that woman would have came down there and said something to me, I straight would have handled her like that. But I don't think Porsha wanted no smoke. We know Porsha for beating up people. She beat up Jamie. I think, was that this last season that Phaedra was on? She beat up Jamie. She dragged Kenya, and I loved every minute of it. I sure did. Oh, God, that this did my soul great. Hallelujah. I loved every minute of it. So, Porsha, to me, was very good for TV. I thought so. Fun girl, whatever. Very good for TV. But I'm thinking, Porsha, girl, you should have owned it. This could have been your season. Because season 16 to me is, and this episode here was episode 8. It didn't get good till like the last 5 minutes of it. Just being honest. And I think the best part is what you said that Angela repeated. I just wish you would have owned it when she approached you, not just kind of scurry past her. Trying to make your way up the stairs. I don't know what you thought. But, we kind of see that. I think anybody's husband is their Achilles heel. So we kind of see that's Angela's Achilles heel. When you're insinuating, because I understand what Angela said. Hey, when Porsha says it, you better watch out. Because she went back and she told her husband. And she said, as if you're that easy. I said, that'd be a low down, dirty man. I'm putting them past on man, but that'd be a low down, dirty man. Like Simon. To know his wife worked with her. What are you like, baby boy? When she said, you know I work with them bitches and they talking about me. So I don't know, Miss Porsha. Why you say that to that lady? Well, say that about that lady's husband. And then why did you take that lady's husband? The other lady. Girl, you should have owned everything. Girl, they would have said that to me because I wouldn't even let them keep talking about it. I wouldn't have told nobody to kiss my ass. Girl, you sat at the head of the table. You should have been the one who's leading. You're not leading it in the Sweet 16. That's why they had to bring Phaedra in because they know this stuff. It was not going well. It couldn't have been. Because all I would say is Angela is clocking in. She's clocking in. And she got everybody talking about what you said. And you said you didn't say anything. So I want to know, was that the alcohol talking? Or were those your sober thoughts anyways? Because I know you want that lifestyle. What she say, that soft life? Your soft life is over, so she had to do something different. She had to come back to work. She had to come back to work because old man had scammed her, made her think he had more money than what he did. Now he's been detained by ICE. Girl, I know all this stuff that happened while you were filming, but I would have been given something, and it looks like your position is that you're the friend of the show. But you just there on every episode. So you a little bit more than a step above Cynthia. I think you need to be clocking in more, honey. You're supposed to be the next Nene. After Kenya left, and I don't know how Kenya would have been able to anchor the show too. I mean, Kenya, I don't know. Because, when they were supposed to be, let me just shut up. But I don't know. Because it seemed like Kenya came in, like, honey, I've been the villain all these years. I'm tired. I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. I really wish that Kenya was able to stay because I wonder how her interactions would have been with Angela if they would have bumped heads. We already see her and Britt bumped heads. I wish that things didn't go as far and we could have got more of a storyline between Britt and Kenya. So now we got, it looks like it right now, all the girls except for Angela and Drew is kissing Porsha's ass. And Porsha ain't giving nothing. Shamia's on there. But Porsha, why you say that? She said you better stop. Let me play it again and find out exactly what she said. Because I don't understand it. Let's play it again and listen. And that's it. Figure out exactly why she said it or whatever. Let's see here if I can play it again. If I can dang find it. But I want to know why you said it. And I know you were probably joking. I would imagine you were joking. And you know how Porsha used to do this. I got this one here. I used to love to hear Porsha say, who said that? So here, we'll do it again.
Last night, she said, I should Charles. They continue to talk about me. I just said, okay, let me record them. The recording is actually really short because I was like, you know what, y'all keep calling me. Let me go see what the y'all want.
Down here to tell me that I heard say y'all late.
And she was like, I didn't say anything about you. I didn't say anything about your husband. And I don't know what the hell got into her ass, but she got the hell up out of there.
I'm not on camera.
That is really creepy that she recorded us. Who you gonna show it to? Who you gonna tell? She looking outside of it like the girl in the window.
Did you talk about Angela or Charles at the pool last night?
I didn't say anything, okay? I thought we were making a music video just outside outside having a good time in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I heard Charles had a baby, and Shamia said that he always out with all these different women, allegedly.
All I can remember is Porsha saying, she better stop before I f her husband.
Our car will be here in 15 minutes.
You better listen when Porsha says she want to your husband, because as history has shown us, she will your husband.
So she better stop her. I'm gonna go fuck her husband. Really? Oh my goodness. Here we go, Porsha.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Who said that? She said, I didn't say anything. So she's referring to that Henny. I don't know. Miss Porsha. Come here. Girl, your slip is hanging. And I wish you would own it. You're the Porsha from Thotlandia. Remember, the queen of Thotlandia. Girl, get it back. Don't let these new women come on this show and clown you. You supposed to be the one. This supposed to be in your season, your breakout season, and it is falling flat line. Girl, you could have did it. I wish you would have owned it. I wish when Kelly asked why you sold that woman's husband, and you should have said, and did. Shit, keep fucking with me, I'll steal yours too. But you see you see what it got me? Because I like Porsha on her YouTube channel. I really do. And when she said something to the fact about, I don't know nothing about men, she was talking about Dennis. She talked about her husband. And she talked about, like, how I'm supposed to know anything about Charles Oakley. I don't know nothing about men. Look what situation I'm in, basically. Girl, you could have owned that stuff, girl, and we would have had all kind of memes talking about it, doing these deep dives, and like, okay, Porsha over there popping her shit. Own it. That's the best way I can say it, is just own it. Because whatever you do or say when you're around, there is no honor among thieves, or no honor among the ladies from Thotlandia. There's no honor. They're going to talk about it. They're going to say it as confessional, so you know, because when we get ready to get to this reunion, Andy's messy ass is going to bring it up. Or one of those questions is going to have something about that. And I think they said, I didn't watch What Happens Live, that she was asked about it, and she said it was the Henny talking or something. Girl, I would have owned that, honey, because I would have had her like, I would have gagged her. I mean, you was bold enough to say it, so girl, I'm bold enough to say it, I'm going to step all in it. Or was you scared that Chicago was going to come out? Was you scared that this girl might just drag you by your wig? Is that why you were scurrying up them stairs real quickly and didn't want to be bothered? No, let me get away from her. So that was what I got a little bit of 21 questions I need to know. I got some questions I want to ask, and I need to probably write into when they have the reunion and write in and have her to answer some of my questions. I want to know what and how did you and Simon get together? What, when, and how? Where did this happen at? I need to know. And what really caused your relationship to fall? Because y'all was just in love. And next thing we know, you was getting the fuck up out of there. You were filing for divorce. So I just want to know, like, what happened? I don't really, when I watch the shows, I kind of, I have to go back and look at them over and over. But if I'm reviewing it, I'm trying to take notes or whatever. So I can't really enjoy the show like that. But I really, 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 I'll probably have to go and watch her spinoff what she had with Simon. Because she had Simon and Dennis on there, because I think Dennis, he was in with the plan too. I mean, I see. It seems like Dennis and Porsha work well together as far as co-parenting together. It seems like their relationship is really good. I like them. Like I said, on YouTube. I pretty like them together as a couple, but I'm just looking from the outside looking in. I don't know what kind of role this guy is, but he seemed to be a good dad. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Pilar is their only child. He don't have any children other than her. I think so. I don't know, but Miss Porsha, you ain't leading. You're not anchoring this show. You're not. I don't know how things gonna turn around for you. The YouTube channel might be popping, but I think you should have clocked in on this show, because you say you was giving the girls grace. Stop it. Stop giving them grace. Let them know you are the king, the queen of Thoughtlandia. Let them know. So they keep asking the question. I'm gonna tell you. Stand. That's the best way I can say. If you're on reality TV and whatever moves you had made, and it's got anything to do with your storyline or people, you need to stand in it. Stand in it, and can't nothing be more embarrassing than when Kenya was trying to put your business out about Bolo, and they took the cameras down, and all the stuff that you and Tanya was doing with Bolo. I don't know, girl. I probably would have did it too if I'd have been single. Not with her, but definitely with him. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But you could have. Can you put you out there like that? So I think after that embarrassment, anything else I wouldn't even give a doggone about. I mean, because the way you moved, and we all, are left with the conclusion that, yeah, you intentionally sought after that lady's husband, even though that lady, I think, got pregnant by somebody else, so I was falling. But I just would have gave the whole, got it out the way and talked about it and let the bitches know I'm still that bitch. I'm that girl. I'm that girl. You keep messing with me, I will F your husband. It would have hit well. They'd be like, okay, we ain't gonna keep talking shit about her, because she coming in here with this big bravado that, I'm it. I'm it, honey. I don't care what y'all think. I'm it. Yeah, we about to give y'all a good season. That's the way I would have did it. I straight would have did it. If I'm bold enough to say all these things, I'm bold enough to I'm gonna step in it or do those things. I'm gonna step in it, and just like she finally stepped in it about Bolo. So what? I'm grown. I'm single. I do what the hell I want to do. But girl, don't use your kitty for a weapon of mass destruction. Girl, you know what the folks got going on over there. And I know you probably meant it as a joke, but it just didn't look good when you try to clean up your image, I guess. I don't know. I'll let that image keep on going. We already know what you did or how we feel about it. You're going to have the same people, either the ones who like you or the ones who don't. And a lot of people would definitely have more respect for you if you just stood up in it instead of beating around the bush, making Drew your storyline. Honey, please, I've been around there owning everything. I am it. It's my time to shine. Kenya gone. Like you said, she twirled all the way to hell. Kelly said she's still down there. I would have made it my business to, because I mean, Shamia seemed like a nice girl. She got the, the lifestyle and everything, and you can't show yours. But I would have made it, honey. I wouldn't be looking like the front of the show. That I would not be looking, honey. Every week I'd be going viral about something. You're supposed to be that it girl. And it just seems like, I don't know. It just, the season, I guess, is okay, but Angela, her reason is reading. And I can't wait till next week when she gets a Brit together about her mouth and all the mileages on it. Because, you know, she hitting right back to that goddamn poster that Kenya put up. I mean, Kenya, she set it on fire. I mean, you know, I was grabbing every pearl around. I was gagged for real when Kenya did what she did. Porsha, get us one of those moments. Because we're not getting that from you. And I understand you're going through this divorce, but did you really love the man? Or was he a means to an end? A means to the good lifestyle? The lifestyle like your friend got? Because it seems like, you know, as we're going about your characteristics of you, it seems like you're a friend to no one because you're not a really good friend to Shamia. It seems like Shamia got your back, but we know you didn't have hers because you let Phaedra say all those things about Shamia. And you knew Shamia was about to get married. And you said, you know, you sat there and listened because you didn't correct her or nothing. And I would have told her, you're not going to put that out there about my friend. But you sat back and I know it was all for TV. It looked kind of cute or whatever. Girl, come on, step it up. You could have been doing this with your own situation. Girl, honey, I wouldn't even give a damn. Just like you didn't give a damn about, you know, when all of it came out about Bolo. I wouldn't give a damn. So that's what my little 2 cents about the whole situation. Because like the best part of the show got from the table scene onto the pool scene. And Angela was down there standing on business. She said, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Let me go down here since he keeps saying my name. She went down there and she said, I'm 6 foot. I wear a size 12, bitch, what? And Porsha said, I didn't say anything. I didn't speak about you or your husband. And what happened? Kelly told it. Kelly said, Because all I remember she said was, she better be quiet or leave me alone or something like that before I F her husband. That's diabolical. That is some craziness. I wouldn't dare. You said it, girl, honey. I would have. If I would have said something like that, I definitely would have said it. I would have never said it, though. I wouldn't say it. I don't even think I would have thought it. But I definitely would not have said it. And I know it was a key moment. They probably laughed about it or whatever. Girl, when she said it in your face, ask you to your face about what you said. I would have just gave back to a girl. You know, we was up there playing, but girl. I remember when I was in high school, a girl told me, oh, he cute. You better be careful because I might take him. She told me to my face. So, and she did. Because she's doing what I was not doing. So I think I was in 10th grade. So, Porsha, girl, y'all got Angela over here running amok because she is reading y'all down. And it's funny, and I had said to someone else that I think Angela and Angela's sparring partner is Charles because he be reading her down. And I think that's the kind of relationship they have. They, you know, they go back and forth with each other. And it, you know, I think she probably one of those people that could crack real good. I can't crack, you know, I'm not that quick-witted like that. My husband, we call it crack, or y'all say joning, or they're doing the dirty dozens or whatever. My husband, that's what he does that. I mean, he does do it well. I would never that quick-witted to come on, I might think about it later. So maybe I would be one of those girls that have a rehearsal have one of my good friends. Girl, now what you say again? Let me write that down. I'll be over there like Sweet Tea saying shit from 20 years ago. But that's what I just got out of it. I thought, Porsha, I think that the best thing for you, if you come back next season, if there is a ruin next season, whatever you do, girl, stand in it, girl. You that girl. I wouldn't give a damn. I'm on here. I want to talk all my shit because I do talk shit now. I would have. And if I said it, girl, yeah, I said it. What you gonna do? Be like, hey, Dr. Hamlin. Because we fight with our words. We fight with our words. That's what I would have done. But Miss Porsha, you let me see you a little scared of Angela to me. Now we seen you run and chase them Jamie down and beat her up. They was like, Porsha! And you running and beat her up. You fought Cynthia. It was cute to see her and Cynthia get along though. But you fought Cynthia. Well, Cynthia kicked you first, but you know, you was over. You was kind of hovering over top of her. So I probably would have did the same thing. But we know we knew that you was playing when you called Cynthia a bitch, but Cynthia was on one. She had, other issues probably going on with her, but that's why she felt bad about it. But I'm just saying, Porsha, your slip is hanging. And Angela, be careful. I'm just playing. I don't think, I wouldn't think her husband be that damn low down. I would hope not. But I don't, men ain't shit anyway, so. But I think Angela, she's peeping it. She's going, hey, you tell me something, honey. Because, honey, it would have been truly ugly on that damn show. If I'd have came downstairs, yeah, she would have run her ass up the damn stairs. Because my little short ass. What you say? No, we're going to keep talking about this. I'm walking behind you. I'm one of them. I'm gonna walk out, because I got to get understanding. Because you ain't gonna sit here and lie in my face, and I just heard you. So you would definitely have to say, okay, we'll just or whatever. But then I know how to move around you. But you should have just said, "Girl, yeah, I said that shit." We over here talking shit. No, I don't want your husband. Not really. How much is in his bank account? How much money's over there? I don't know. I got to pay for my damn divorce. Simon and got detained. Shit. But that's my thoughts on Miss Porsha. Like I said, I'm not no Porsha hater. I kind of pretty much like all the women the same. But I thought that was pretty messed up what Porsha had said. But since she had said it, she should have just stand up in it. I said it. What you gonna do? What you don't like about it? We over here talking shit. That's what we doing. We drinking and talking shit. And then Henny made me say it. We had a kiki about it. That's what she could have just did. Instead of saying, no, I didn't say anything. I didn't speak about you or your husband. No, I just heard you upstairs. I don't know. But other than that, y'all let me know. How do y'all think Porsha should have reacted when Angela said something to her? I've seen one content creator saying that Porsha has always been the real villain of the show. That was Rodney the Voice. He said that. I don't know. I always liked Porsha. I mean, I thought she was a fun girl on the show. When she first came in, I couldn't understand why Kenya didn't like her. You know, I just thought, oh, she's young, green, you know, naive. You know, we'll see what she's like next season. I mean, but she's been the most, I think, probably different. She came in one way. No, I take that back. Drew was all about talking about her bishop and everything else. And I don't know, Drew. I would say that Drew was talking about her bishop, but I'm thinking about her music. I like Drew's CD or whatever you want to call them now. I listen to it on Apple Music. It's good. Hot Dog Man did his thing, and Porsha should not even be mad. She should not be mad at all because he did his thing. I don't know who wrote the song. I heard someone. I guess I need to look at it and see when I'm on Apple Music to see who actually wrote the songs. I mean, because her songs, they hitting. I mean, there's like probably 3 or 4 different songs on that I've heard that I really like. And I'm like, dang, Drew, somebody, you know, some of these other artists could use whoever's writing them the songs for them, you know, because Drew got a nice one. I hope it does well, but she has a nice one. So the Hot Dog Man and Drew was working it out. I don't never believe that there was anything between Drew and Dennis. And I feel like Porsha had her friends to come there to do her dirty work. That's what I feel like. The other girls to say that that Drew was giving the man fellatio. And I thought, okay, you put that out there, this girl going through a divorce just like you are. Girl, Porsha. And then you made your comments or whatever, but I don't know. I think Drew is just I think Drew is Porsha's storyline right now because she don't got one, or the one she do have, she don't want to use. I would put it that way. She don't want to use it, but I would, honey. I would own everything I did, bitch. I did this. You trying to shame me for being a home wrecker? Yeah, indeed, I did that. I would have. I would have definitely, because I would have prepared myself for the filming, and you would have known. Porsha should have known that was going to be a question, but she could have came in like Phaedra did on Married to Medicine and told them people, the production and I believe the people at Bravo, that she was not answering no questions about what happened between her and Candy. And I believe Dr. Heavenly has spoken. And she said she wouldn't. She wasn't answering nothing like that. Don't have them say nothing like that. She wouldn't answer. So, Porsha, you should have did that. That's because look, Kelly came in. I think it came in. Kelly was coming at you, and Britt was coming for Kenya. And we see where they got. Kenya's gone. Y'all forever got those memory of whoever Peen it was. They said it was some guy that Drew knew. Peen, I don't know how she knew who Peen it was. But I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Get out the bushes, talk to me. What y'all think about that? What did you think about the episode, really? Because it was a little boring to me, but like I said, the best part of it was probably like the last 5 minutes of the show. And Angela, who was down there standing on business, and Porsha, it just made Porsha look weak to me. And I never, when you're supposed to be the anchor of the show, you don't want to look weak to the other ladies. And it just made it seem like you was weak because you couldn't own what you said. And I would have owned that. You gonna come down here and confront me about something I said? We over here playing? I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna own it. She could have been a little, funny with it or whatever, because she has a little funny personality. But I would have owned that automatically. And even at the table setting, when they wanted her to take accountability, well, when Angela wanted her to take accountability for why she took that lady's van, I would have owned, yeah. Because see, I would have had that already. We already would have got all that stuff established on the first episode. So that wouldn't have been a question on that episode at all. Because we had got that taken care of on episode 1. We wouldn't be still talking about it in episode 8. Let's move on to the next thing. So that's my little thoughts. I'm gonna get on off of here and try to enjoy the rest of this. What is this, Tuesday? I'm ready for the weekend. The weekend's over with. I'm ready for it to come back. My daughter got a baby shower. We have to do it on Saturday. So my 31, how old is she? 31. She's about to have another baby. So it'll be, she'll have 3. And my son had just had a baby in April. He's 25. So this is his first child. So here I'm, the reluctant granny. Because I don't like watching no little babies. I don't. I've never really watched my grandkids when they were real little. I mean, unless she had to be at work or something like that. But just for GP, I really didn't do that. I like them, when they're a little older. But that's my little thing. I got to leave here and go and watch my daddy. So y'all tell me what y'all think about Porsha. And do you think that was the Henny talking? Or she just was just playing around? Or do you think she got whole tendencies for real? I know most of us do. We just don't say them out loud. It might be a fantasy or something. But when we know it's somebody's person, I just thought, oh man, Porsha, why you say that? But it would have been so great if she would have just said, yep, bitch, I said it. That would have been, it would have had everybody just gagged. We would have been, this situation had everybody talking, but really, because girl, you would have gagged the shit out of everybody. And we were, Porsha, that bitch. But you did. Girl, you can't want to be the sex pot and try to be Mother Teresa at the same time. Because we know, the whole Coyote Ugly thing at the bar. Girl, I just would have led it. I would have leaned into it real hard. I would have. But that's my thoughts. I'm going to get on off here. And I'm going to leave you with Miss Porsha and Angela.
Last night, she said, I should Charles. They continue to talk about me. I just said, okay, let me record them. The recording is actually really short because I was like, y'all keep calling me. Let me go see what the y'all want.
Down here to tell me that I heard me say Charles, right?
And she was like, I didn't say anything about you. I didn't say anything about your husband. And I don't know what the hell got into her ass, but she got the hell up out of there.
I'm not on camera.
That is really creepy that she recorded us. Who you gonna show it to? Who you gonna tell? She looking outside of it like the girl in the window.
Did you talk about Angela or Charles at the pool last night?
I didn't say anything, okay? I thought we were making a music video, just outside, having a good time, in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I heard Charles had a baby, and Shamia said that he always out with all these different women, allegedly.
All I can remember is Porsha saying, she better stop before I her husband.
Our car will be here in 15 minutes.
You better listen when Porsha says she want to your husband, because as history has shown us, she will your husband.